You walk through streets where no one expects you to survive. Every step you take echoes against cracked walls covered in graffiti, faded warnings, and the ghosts of those who came before you. The air smells of smoke, cheap food, and fear. Your respect is almost nothing, strangers pass you by without a glance, and the few who notice you do so only to mark you as potential prey. Importance? You have none. Money? Only what you can scrounge together for a meal, a bus ride, or a momentary escape from the chaos around you. Nights are long, restless, filled with distant sirens, shouting, and the occasional gunshot. Every shadow could hide a threat, every footstep might be your last. Death here does not announce itself, it comes quietly, invisibly, leaving no record, no acknowledgement. You haven't chosen a path yet, but time is already closing in. Every glance from the neighborhood gangs, every confrontation, every whispered word is a test, whether you see it or not. Hunger gnaws at your body, fear at your mind. You notice older kids moving with confidence, carrying something you do not yet understand, power, influence, a presence that commands the street. You wonder what it takes to be like them, to feel safe even for a moment. You hear rumors of groups that protect, demand, punish, and enforce. The thought of joining is tempting because it promises what your life lacks: respect, importance, a sense of identity. But that same temptation carries risk. One misstep could mean disappearance, injury, or worse. You are still free to leave, yet the freedom feels fragile, like a thin thread in a storm. Every sound, every face, every movement carries a story you must read or die ignorant. The street has begun to whisper your name, testing whether you are a spectator or participant, whether you will remain invisible or step into the fire. In this level, your survival depends on observation, intuition, and restraint. You have not yet entered the world of the gang, but the streets are already shaping you. Your heart beats faster with anticipation, and a cold awareness settles in your chest. The moment you cross the line, everything changes, and nothing will ever be the same again. Level 2: Getting noticed, the approach. Eyes begin to watch you. The whispers grow louder. People ask your name. Words, subtle and sharp, test you. Respect is still not real, it is curiosity, an assessment of your potential. Importance rises, but only as far as the tasks they can trust you to perform. Money appears in small bursts, pocket change, stolen goods, favors exchanged. The street teaches you fast. Danger increases exponentially when you are noticed. If you hesitate, threats find you. If you move forward, you owe more than you can see. Punishment is slow, quiet, and relentless: removal, humiliation, or a bruise you cannot heal easily. Death in this level is symbolic, a warning, a message to those who hesitate. Your mind races constantly, weighing every glance, every smile, every shadow. Nights are restless. You feel the weight of eyes unseen. Hunger gnaws at your body, paranoia at your mind. You start to notice patterns: the older kids, the faces that disappear, the alleys that feel safer or deadlier depending on the hour. This is the stage where the street begins to shape you, molding your instincts, forcing your body and mind to adapt. You haven't officially joined, yet the line between spectator and participant begins to blur. Every choice now holds more weight than before. Every step carries consequence. The temptation to join grows, not because of loyalty, but survival, status, and a flicker of belonging that you have never felt. Yet, with each step closer, the cost rises, and your freedom shrinks. Level 3: New Recruit, Soldier. You have crossed the threshold. Now the streets speak to you in a language of commands and consequences. Respect is conditional and measured by obedience. Your importance lies in how well you execute orders, how you prove your loyalty. Money comes sporadically, barely enough to maintain your survival, and disappears as fast as it comes. Sleep is uneasy, light, always anticipating the unexpected: footsteps, whispers, the distant crack of violence. Danger is constant. Your first acts of violence are not for honor, but proof that you belong. Punishment is swift and brutal: humiliation, physical pain, or complete erasure. Mortality is high, you are replaceable, expendable, a footnote in a larger plan. Your mind begins to harden. Fear is no longer a fleeting sensation, it becomes a companion, a survival tool. You learn to read body language, recognize threats in seconds, anticipate moves before they happen. Every interaction is a calculation, every street a potential battlefield. Friends are temporary, alliances fragile, and trust is scarce. Yet there is a strange thrill, for the first time, you are part of something bigger. You move through the streets with recognition now, but every movement carries risk. The lessons are brutal: obedience, loyalty, and adaptability determine whether you survive or are swallowed by the world you sought to join. Level 4 Active Member, Homeboy. You are no longer invisible. Your name, tattoos, and reputation mark your presence. Respect is real, but fragile, contingent on actions. Money flows more steadily, though it comes with debt, obligation, and risk. Your life fragments into constant cycles of movement, exchange, surveillance, and strategy. Danger surrounds you: police raids, rival gangs, and even internal power struggles. Punishment for mistakes is immediate and often lethal. Mortality remains high but calculated, deaths carry messages, warning others. You rise in the ranks, but the ground beneath is uncertain, unstable. Observation becomes as crucial as execution. You notice the signs of betrayal, the subtle shifts in alliances, the way the environment itself signals opportunity or threat. Your decisions matter more, and each command, each act, carries consequences far beyond yourself. Fear remains, but now it is tempered by confidence. You move with purpose, yet every step could be your last. You feel the weight of the life you've chosen, knowing there is no going back, only forward, deeper into a world defined by power, survival, and relentless danger. Level 5 Enforcer, Face of Fear. Now, you are recognized wherever you go. Your name evokes hesitation, even terror. Respect is born from intimidation, not trust. Money improves, yet the cost is constant, etched into every decision. Your importance is tied directly to your capacity for violence, the precision of your actions, and the fear you inspire. Danger is extreme. You are a target for rivals and law enforcement alike. Punishment for mistakes is absolute, elimination, swift and precise. Mortality looms constantly, a shadow over every breath. Morality becomes irrelevant, either silenced or broken entirely. You wield power, yet it isolates you. Every choice carries weight. The people you encounter measure you, challenge you, fear you. The environment is unforgiving, and the balance between dominance and survival is delicate. Each day is tactical. Each night carries potential consequences. You feel the thrill, the terror, and the heavy cost of being feared, knowing that at any moment, everything can collapse. Level 6 Local Power, Shot Caller. You give orders. Your word carries weight. Respect is high, your importance is strategic. Money is available, but security is fragile. Every decision creates enemies. Betrayal is always possible. Punishment for error is calculated, efficient, and merciless. Mortality decreases slightly, but the deaths that occur are deliberate, targeted, and symbolic. Isolation grows as your power increases. You influence life and death, yet every command weighs on your conscience and your neck. Falling from this level is sudden, fatal, and complete. You have reached the pinnacle of local influence, but you are also constantly aware that any mistake could erase you. Survival requires cunning, foresight, and constant vigilance. The higher you climb, the narrower the path beneath you, and the more dangerous the world above and around you becomes. Level 7 Prison, Behind Bars. You exist behind walls that consume time and identity. Respect depends entirely on networks, alliances, and reputation. Money comes sparingly, filtered through intermediaries, and is never enough to feel safe. Danger exists everywhere, within cells, in corridors, in the yard. Punishments are brutal and instantaneous, often unrelenting. Mortality is slower than outside, but it is inevitable. Some rise to power here, others fade, forgotten. Freedom becomes a memory, a fragile thought from a lifelong past. Each choice is amplified by confinement. You learn to navigate threats, maintain alliances, and read every face as a potential danger. Survival requires patience, cunning, and constant awareness. You are no longer moving through the world freely, yet the world moves through you, shaping your life in ways inescapable and permanent. Level 8 Endgame, Death or Escape. You reach the edge of existence. Respect has lost meaning. Money has lost value. You face 3 paths: death, decades in prison, or escape under a shattered identity. Danger never ceases. Mortality is inevitable, though the timing remains uncertain. Shadows of the past, enemies, and betrayal follow relentlessly. This is no longer a story of ambition, it is a warning, a measure of consequence. Every choice now defines the rest of your life, a life no longer measured in years but in survival, fear, and consequence. You have survived stages, risen and fallen, yet the final stage is absolute. There is no return. Only the edge, the shadows, and the price you pay for every step taken in this world of violence and power.